Most of it is through online mode or through various broadcast options available with the university like Gyan Darshan, Gyanvani or Gyandhara. So I can conclude that we are trying our best to implement most of the vital aspects of NEP 2020, and we promise to keep this journey on for all times to come. Thanking you all for your encouragement and support.
Thank you very much, sir. To present the program brief of Hindi, I request Dr. Ramesh Yadav and Dr. Amit Kumar to please address the gathering.
धन्यवाद डॉक्टर शिखा जी। राष्ट्रीय और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर इस कार्यक्रम को जो भी दर्शक देख पा रहे हैं, आप सभी का स्वागत, अभिनंदन और अभिवादन करते हुए हम सबको पत्रकारिता विद्यापीठ इंदिरा गांधी राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विश्वविद्यालय को हर्ष हो रहा है। किसी भी प्रगति में, किसी के उत्थान में और किसी के विस्तार में वहाँ के लीडरशिप का, नेतृत्व की मेन भूमिका होती है, अग्रिम भूमिका होती है। और आज जो हम लोग पत्रकारिता के दो भाषाओं में, एक हिंदी और दूसरा तमिल, एक तरह से दक्षिण भारत और उत्तर भारत को एक करने का जो संकल्प माननीय कुलपति जी का था और पूरे राष्ट्र को एक करने का जो संकल्प माननीय कुलपति जी का है, उसमें अपनी पहली भूमिका इग्नू के पत्रकारिता विद्यापीठ ने अदा की है। और आज हम लोग अंग्रेजी के अलावा हिंदी और तमिल में एमए पत्रकारिता एवं जनसंचार के 2 डिग्री कार्यक्रम लॉन्च करने जा रहे हैं। ट्रेन की बोगी कितनी भी ताकतवर हो, कितनी भी अत्याधुनिक हो, लेकिन अगर उसका इंजन सही नहीं है तो उस बोगी की भूमिका इंजन के आगे कहीं न कहीं निरर्थक साबित होती है। इग्नू इसलिए सबसे तेज है और न केवल देश में बल्कि दुनिया में अपना विस्तार, अपना फलक फैलाए हुए है, क्योंकि इस विश्वविद्यालय के माननीय कुलपति प्रोफेसर नागेश्वर जी राव का नेतृत्व इग्नू को प्राप्त है, हम सबको प्राप्त है। और इसी का प्रतिफल है कि भारत सरकार भारतीय भाषाओं में और ख़ास तौर से न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी 2020 में जब भारतीय भाषाओं में प्रोग्राम को, कार्यक्रम को, डिग्री, सर्टिफिकेट, डिप्लोमा प्रोग्राम को संचालित करने का संकल्प ले रही थी, तो उस सरकार के संकल्प को सर्वप्रथम इंदिरा गांधी राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विश्वविद्यालय ने प्रयोग किया। और न केवल प्रयोग किया बल्कि उसको कार्यान्वित करके आज दुनिया के सामने यह साबित किया कि इग्नू न केवल दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा विश्वविद्यालय है, मेगा यूनिवर्सिटी है, बल्कि इस कोविड पीरियड में जब कन्वेंशनल विश्वविद्यालय इस संकट में थे कि अपने स्टूडेंट के साथ कैसे कनेक्ट हों, हमारे विश्वविद्यालय के माननीय कुलपति यहाँ कैंपस में हेडक्वार्टर पर कैंप कर रहे थे और सोशल मीडिया के माध्यम से, ज्ञान धारा के माध्यम से, ज्ञानवाणी के माध्यम से और ज्ञान दर्शन के माध्यम से हम सब लोग, माननीय कुलपति जी खुद छात्रों के साथ कनेक्ट थे। तो ये जो आज के कार्यक्रम का हम लोग विधिवत लॉन्चिंग कर रहे हैं, इसकी प्रेरणा, इसका मार्गदर्शन और इसमें जो अभूतपूर्व सहयोग है, इस परिणाम का हम कहेंगे कि एकमात्र अगर किसी को श्रेय देना चाहिए तो माननीय कुलपति जी को देना चाहिए, क्योंकि जितनी स्मूथ गति से, जितनी सहज गति से हम सबको हर प्लेटफॉर्म पे इसमें आगे बढ़ने का माननीय कुलपति जी ने मौका दिया है, उसका प्रतिफल है कि हम तमिल और हिंदी में यह कार्यक्रम लॉन्च करने जा रहे हैं। आपको जानकर आश्चर्य होगा कि बहुत सारे पुराने विश्वविद्यालय, बहुत सारे चर्चित विश्वविद्यालय भी इस दिशा में अभी सोच रहे हैं, लेकिन इग्नू ने अपना परिणाम दिखा दिया है। चूंकि हमारे गेस्ट को आज जल्दी जाना है, इसलिए मैं अपना समय अपने साथी डॉक्टर अमित कुमार को देता हूं, कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाएं। धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद रमेश जी। माननीय कुलपति इग्नू और इस समारोह से जुड़े सभी सम्मानित अतिथिगण, सबका मैं हार्दिक अभिवादन करता हूं। एमए पत्रकारिता एवं जनसंचार, जो कि हिंदी और तमिल में इग्नू हमारा विश्वविद्यालय शुरू कर रहा है, उसकी एक संक्षिप्त रूपरेखा मैं सामने आपके प्रस्तुत करना चाहता हूं, ताकि उससे एक जानकारी होती है कि इस कार्यक्रम में किन चीजों को समाहित किया गया है और हमारे छात्र छात्राएं जो इच्छुक हैं हिंदी और तमिल में इस कार्यक्रम को करने के लिए, वो देख सके, वो जान सके कि उनको क्या क्या चीजें पढ़ने के लिए मिलेंगी इसमें। मुख्यतः यह कार्यक्रम 2 वर्षों में बटा हुआ है। कुल 64 क्रेडिट हैं और 8 कोर्सेज प्रथम वर्ष में हैं और 8 कोर्सेज द्वितीय वर्ष में हैं, यानी कुल 16 कोर्सेज हैं, जिन कोर्सेज में 3 कोर्सेज प्रायोगिक कोर्सेज हैं जो कि प्रैक्टिकल कोर्सेज हैं, और एक रिसर्च डिसर्टेशन जो कि प्रोजेक्ट का कोर्स है, वो भी शामिल। कार्यक्रम की संरचना इस ढंग से बनाई गई है ताकि अगर प्रथम वर्ष करने के बाद भी कोई छात्र वहां से निकलना चाहे तो उसको एक मूलभूत जानकारी पत्रकारिता एवं जनसंचार के बारे में मिलेगी, और साथ ही हम उन्हें पीजी डिप्लोमा पत्रकारिता और जनसंचार में भी देंगे और उसके बाद वो निकल सकते हैं। प्रथम वर्ष के जो 8 कार्यक्रम है वो मुख्य रूप से पत्रकारिता एवं जनसंचार का जो परिचय है उस पर आधारित है, रिपोर्टिंग तकनीक की बात करता है, प्रिंट मीडिया के लिए लेखन और संपादन की बात करता है, प्रसारण और ऑनलाइन पत्रकारिता उसमें शामिल है, मीडिया एवं समाज के बारे में बात करता है, और मीडिया से संबंधित जो आचार संहिता है और जो संबंधित कानून है उनकी भी बात करता है। इसके साथ ही प्रथम वर्ष में 2 प्रायोगिक कोर्सेज हैं जो प्रैक्टिकल कोर्सेज हैं। एक कोर्स जो ऑनलाइन और प्रिंट पत्रकारिता से संबंधित प्रैक्टिकल चीजों की बात करता है, और दूसरा ऑडियो विजुअल, जिसमें हमने टेलीविजन और रेडियो और उसके साथ साथ ऑडियो विजुअल सामग्री जो ऑनलाइन माध्यमों के लिए बनाई जाती है उसको शामिल किया है। जो द्वितीय वर्ष है वो थोड़ा सा उच्चतर रखा गया है। इसमें प्रिंट मीडिया, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया, डिजिटल मीडिया पे कोर्सेज हैं। इसके अतिरिक्त विज्ञापन एवं जनसंचार पे कोर्सेज हैं। उसके बाद संचार एवं मीडिया अध्ययन के संबंधित जो थोड़ी उच्चतर सिद्धांत हैं उन पे आधारित एक कोर्स है। फिर संचार शोध की जो पद्धतियां हैं उन पर आधारित कोर्स है। एक जो प्रायोगिक कोर्स है वो संचार शोध पे आधारित है, और उसके परिणाम के स्वरूप जो एक प्रोजेक्ट कोर्स है उसमें छात्र एक शोध डिसर्टेशन बनाते हैं और उसको सबमिट करते हैं। तो ये एक रूपरेखा है, और इस कार्यक्रम के अंतर्गत हम हिंदी में जो लिखित सामग्री है वो भी उपलब्ध कराएंगे। उसके अतिरिक्त जो दृश्य श्रव्य माध्यम और दृश्य माध्यम, इन दोनों श्रव्य माध्यम दोनों ऑडियो और ऑडियो विजुअल सामग्री भी हम छात्र छात्राओं को इस कार्यक्रम में उपलब्ध कराएंगे। धन्यवाद।
Professor Arul Selvan will now present the program brief of MA in Journalism and Mass Communication to be offered in Tamil language.
IGNOU பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் எம்ஏ முதுகலை பட்டமான இதழியல் மற்றும் வெகுஜன தொடர்புகள் இப்போது தமிழ் மொழியில் வழங்கப்படுகிறது. இந்த பட்டம் ஊடகத்துறையில் தேவைப்படும் பயிற்சிகளுக்கு தேவையான அனைத்து திறன்கள் மற்றும் திறமைகள் உடைய பல்வேறு அம்சங்களை கொண்ட பாடப்பகுதிகளை கொண்டிருக்கிறது. இது ஊடகத்துறையில் மனித வளத்தை உருவாக்குவதே பாடத்தின் முக்கிய நோக்கம். ஊடக நிறுவனங்களின் முறையான பயிற்சி இல்லாமல் பணிபுரிபவர்களின் திறன்களை மேம்படுத்துவதற்கும் வாய்ப்புகளை முதுகலை பட்டம் வழங்குகிறது. 2 ஆண்டு படிப்புகளை கொண்ட இந்த முதுகலை பட்டம் 64 கிரெடிட்களையும் 16 பாடப்பகுதிகளையும் கொண்ட உள்ளடக்கியது. இந்த படிப்பில் சேர்வதற்கு இளங்கலை பாடப்பட்டம் தேவை. 2 வருடத்திற்கு மொத்த தொகை 25,000 கட்டணங்களாகும். மேலும் விவரங்களுக்கு இக்னோ பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் இணையதளம்.
To further ponder over the NEP and the importance of journalism education in Indian languages, we have eminent guests joining us from different parts of the country. One of our guests of honor today is Professor K.R.M. Kathirasan, Vice Chancellor, Annamalai University, Tamil Nadu. Professor Kathirasan has served as Director, Center for Research and Development, and Dean, Faculty of Agriculture in Annamalai University. With 18 years of experience as a professor, Professor Kathirasan is also the international consultant of FAO United Nations, International Rice Research Institute, Philippines, and an expert of National Biodiversity Authority, Union Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change. I request you, sir, to please share your views with us.
Nandri, Vanakkam. Good morning, all of you. Thank you for the opportunity, Indira Gandhi National Open University and Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Nageshwar Rao, Professor Padma Shri Alok Mehta ji, Shri Krishnan ji, Selvan ji, Professor Venkatachalapati, and all the learned participants. This is the era of knowledge. The development economists divide the whole developmental process of the world into 3 different eras. The first era is era of agriculture, followed by the era of industries, and now it is era of knowledge and information. And the information and knowledge has to be disseminated. And in the views of Honorable Prime Minister, India should be the knowledge hub, and it needs to follow the footprints of Nalanda and Takshashila. For that purpose, there is quite a lot of rich heritage and knowledge treasure enriched with all the traditional knowledge systems in India. And Tamil is no doubt an excelling knowledge hub. And we need to develop methods and measures through which this knowledge can be disseminated to different parts of the world, reaching the unreached. And Tamil is a unique language which no other Indian language has that significance, in the sense it is an accepted national language in 3 other countries like Sri Lanka, Malaysia, and Singapore, and even now in Australia and Canada. And it has a very long heritage and a speciality. And again, communication nowadays has to be mass, reaching so much of larger mass within a very short time. And that is why different methodologies like multimedia has developed. And what actually is multimedia is text, image, audio, video, and animation. And all these are combined. In short, there is a quote in English: the best of all talents is not to use 2 words when one can do. The best of all talents is not to use 2 words when one can do. And that is a very significant and unique trait in the language of Tamil, because I would rather quote one lyric from Kambaramayan, where Akaligai quotes the salient features of Lord Rama. Ivvannam nigalda vannam, ini ulagil uivannam andri மற்றோர் பேர்வண்ணம் உருவதுண்டோ, மைவண்ணத்து அரக்கி போரில் மலைவண்ணத்து அண்ணலே, உன் கைவண்ணம் இங்கு கண்டேன், உன் கைவண்ணம் அங்கு கண்டேன், கால்வண்ணம் இங்கு கண்டேன். இந்த பாடலிலே வண்ணம் என்ற சொல்லை சுமார் 7 அர்த்தங்களிலே கம்பர் உபயோகிக்கின்றார். இதேபோல் in another song, the significance of Anjaneya reaching goddess Sita and getting the ring passed on, it was just compiled in 4 lines. அஞ்சிலே ஒன்று பெற்றான், அஞ்சிலே ஒன்றைக்காவே, அஞ்சிலே ஒன்று ஆறாக, ஆரியர்க்காக ஏகி, அஞ்சிலே ஒன்று பெற்ற அணங்கை கண்ட அயலாரூரில், அஞ்சிலே ஒன்றை வைத்தான், அவன் நம்மை அழித்து காப்பான். He mentions this word 5, ஐந்திலே, in different senses, 7 or 8 senses. It's a very short communication mode. And in English, there is another code, how an oration should be. a narration need to be begin low, speak slow, take fire, rise higher, and when most impressed, be self-possessed, at the end, wax warm, sit down in storm. This is how an oration need to be. So all these days, both in English as well as in Hindi probably, I don't know, and in Tamil, very significantly, there had been poetries, prose, and rich literature that insist on the importance of communication. And I congratulate IGNOU for bringing out a program in mass communication journalism very aptly in Hindi and Tamil. And Tamil will be quite fitting into mass communication, as I have been quoting few examples. MA இதழியல் மற்றும் வெகுஜன தொடர்பியல் என்ற முறையிலே ஒரு புதிய பாடத்திட்டத்தை மிகப்பெரிய ஜனத்தொகைக்கு கொடுக்கக்கூடிய இந்த அரிய சேவையினை இந்திரா காந்தி நேஷனல் ஓபன் யூனிவர்சிட்டி தொடங்கி இருப்பதற்கு எங்களது மனமார்ந்த நன்றியும் பாராட்டுகளும் நன்றி.
Rasanji is very, very busy person. Today he has to sign an MOU with the Minister in Agriculture at 1:30. So I made a request to him that please come, even if he's for 10 minutes here. That will be a more boosting and encouragement to all of us. He has kindly acceded to our request and he is with us. Their university is one of the prominent universities in the country, having lots of international reach, and their alumni they are also placed all over the world. They have done good work also, and they have got the distance education. They have got almost all the disciplines, and most importantly, the marine science. That is very, very popular. It is the first in the country, na? Marine science. And all other are the offshoots of the marine science discipline, which has got the national, which has got a very, very national importance. And Professor Dalasan is a man of agriculture and known all over the globe as a great scientist. So I think he would like to leave also because he has got so welcome you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your remarks. Now I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Nageshwar Rao, to formally launch this program with this video. Before I proceed with the other star speakers of the day, I would first request our PVC Professor R.P. Das to say a few words on this occasion.
Thank you, our esteemed Honorable Vice Chancellor and all the dignitaries who are present here. In fact, it is a great achievement of the school that in a very short time they could launch this program, and they could launch it today in Tamil, Hindi. Already it was in English. I wish a grand success of this program. Thank you very much.
Amongst the renowned experts who've joined us today, we also have Professor M. Krishnan, Vice Chancellor, Central University of Tamil Nadu. He has been the Vice Chancellor of Madurai Kamraj University as well. And he has also served as Professor, Central University of Rajasthan in the Department of Biochemistry. I request you, sir, to please enlighten us with your views.
Sir, good morning. Good morning to all.
Video.
Good morning, sir. Good morning to all. First of all, thank you very much for that Honorable Vice Chancellor of IGNOU for giving you an opportunity to talk about this one. Before that, I'm so happy. And that peak of that one I can say, this university got the A++ under the leadership of Professor Nageshwar Rao. So I have to congratulate him, and also I have to congratulate his team to work for that. Second thing, after Professor taking the charge of the Vice Chancellor, he is extending that education to that nook and corner of not only the particular area throughout the India. So even today, I got that what you called the regional center at the Central University of Tamil Nadu. Our whole team is thankful to Professor Nageshwar Rao to give a center to that university to give the education to the village people around our university. Sir, I can say that we have that two important departments. One is mass and communication. Another one is we have the tourism department. So both the HODs are working here, sitting here, where they are listening what they can do it for their students. Thanks to UGC, where now we can go for the dual degree at the same time. So these students can enter your course, because since it's particularly in Tamil, so all the students are having interest, to register there, to go for that. Even I can recall that 2 days back, our Honorable Prime Minister, what he talked or insisted, lab to land program, which is going to help the society. I can say IGNOU is doing really lab to land program where the students can reach that unreachable area to get the degree from that recognized, I can put the word, recognized university like Indira Gandhi Open University. Sir, I will assure, sir, this center, regional center, where I put that one HOD here, they are working for to admit the students to study this course, and also they can get the employment in future. I need further support because our students are eager to wait or register for different program. And also, as per that our NEP, where we can go for that exit and entry program, academic credit bank, and these are all can be implemented in collaboration with the IGNOU New Delhi. So I request the Vice Chancellor, kindly put your vision on Central University of Tamil Nadu to grow along with you to get all the ranking and accreditation. Not only for that, my students should get the employment in future. Thank you very much, sir, for giving the opportunity to talk about you. Thank you.
We virtually have with us Professor A.R. Venkatachalapathy, Professor, Madras Institute of Development Studies, Chennai. A PhD from JNU, Professor Venkatachalapathy is a prolific writer with 20 books to his credit, has held fellowships in Paris, Cambridge, and Harvard, and has been the ICCR chair in Indian Studies at the National University of Singapore. So I request you to enlighten us with your views on the subject, please.
Good morning. Welcome. I must say that I'm very delighted to be here this morning, even though it is only a virtual presence. I'm very delighted that I have been asked to speak a few words on the occasion of the launch of this online program, Tamil program in MA Journalism and Mass Communication. I'm especially delighted because IGNOU has taken this lead. As we all know, the Indira Gandhi National Open University is known for its quality distance education, that it has been offering since the mid-1980s. I do not want to say anything else on this auspicious occasion about the quality of distance education and correspondence education, which is offered by various universities all over India. This is not the occasion to talk about it, but it would suffice to say that IGNOU is the first and the second best are far, far behind IGNOU. And also especially happy that, not only does IGNOU offer quality distance education, it is also offered, it is not big business, it is very affordable. And I really hope that the opportunity provided by IGNOU will be taken with alacrity by students from all over India, not only from Tamil Nadu. I think this might be the best occasion to say a few words about the history of Tamil journalism. Tamil journalism has a very long history. Like most parts of India, journalism was forged in the anvils of the Indian freedom struggle. Indian journalism played a stellar role, not only in the freedom struggle, but in transforming and reforming Indian society. It provided the forum to introspect about the failings of Indian society and how to reform the societies. And some of the greatest social reformers of our country have used the vehicle of journals to propagate their ideas. And Tamil has its own pantheon of great journalists. I just want to mention a few of the great names who have transformed Tamil society and by extension Indian society through their radical ideas. Just to begin, I would like to mention the name of G. Subramania Iyer, who not only was a member of the Indian National Congress at its very first inception in 1885, he established and founded the first Tamil daily newspaper, both in the English language and in the Tamil language. Both the Hindu and the Swadesamitran were founded by G. Subramania Iyer. G. Subramania Iyer was not only a political nationalist, he was also a social reformer. He trained, that is, I want to underline this particular aspect, that he was not only a pioneering journalist, all through his life, he trained a number of journalists. In those days, there was no opportunity, there were no journalism schools to train editors, but in his office, Subramanya Bharati, the great national poet, was one of his protege, and there were other journalists as well who cut their teeth in the newspapers founded by G. Subramania Iyer. We all know that Subramanya Bharati, through his radical newspapers, India and Vijaya, gave and criticized alien rule in India, for which he had to go to exile in Pondicherry, where he continued to publish the nationalist newspapers. I also want to mention some other names like, Thiruvi Kalyanasundara Mudaliyar, who was the first anywhere in India to launch a weekly journal for the working class, for the common people. We also have journalists like T.S. Chokkalingam, who were comfortable both in Tamil and English. And finally, I want to make mention a couple of names. Indian journalism has always been a nationalist medium. Even though journalists might have written in their own mother tongues, they kept abreast of developments in all the various Indian languages. And some of the most important journalists at the national level had their origins in Tamil Nadu. I just want to give two names. Some of you might have known the name of Sadanand, who was the first person to launch an Indian news agency at a time when news agencies were the mouthpiece of imperial interests, agencies like Reuters and Associated Press. Sadanand who was born in Chennai, and whose father, Swaminatha Iyer, was the editor of Viveka Chintamani. Sadanand went to Bombay and he launched the Free Press news agency Free India News Agency, and also the Free Press Journal. The other important name is K. Srinivasan, or because of the big mustache he had, it was called Stalin Srinivasan. Srinivasan began his career in Tamil journalism, but later went to Bombay, and he was also part of the Free Press Journal. Tamil also has played a leading part in popular journalism. Weeklies like Ananda Vigadan, Kalki, and Kumudam, right from the 1930s, have sold hundreds of thousands of copies and have played a very big role in sensitizing the people. Tamil journalism, even now, in the as we now get into the third decade of the 21st century, Tamil journalism continues to be vibrant, not only print journalism, but also in social media. Tamil journalism, Tamil is a very important presence in the internet because it is not only a national language or one of the scheduled languages under the Indian Constitution, but it is also a global language with a huge diaspora. But despite this widespread nature of Tamil journalism, there has always been a complaint that Tamil journalists are not adequately trained. Most of the training that they get is on-the-job training. So right from the end of the 19th century, whether it is Subramanya Bharati or some of the best journalists who are working now in Tamil journalism, most of them were trained on the job. They never went to formal journalism schools. They didn't go to Columbia Journalism School, or they didn't go to IIMC, but they were trained on the job. But I noticed that over the last 20 years, changes have been taking place. I remember when Manonmaniyam Sundarnar University was started in the 1990s, it played a very important role in training students from the hinterland. And within a period of a very few years, Manonmaniyam Sundarnar University's journalism department far outstripped other departments, including the Madras University's department. So I'm very happy that this change has occurred, and I'm very happy that IGNOU has now taken the lead in bringing it into distance mode, giving this program in an Indian language, and I think this is one of the first that is being done. With its able faculty, I have no doubt at all that it will be a successful program. I join others in felicitating the university and its Vice Chancellor for taking this initiative. And I wish my best wishes to the faculty in the department for successfully running this program. Thanks for the opportunity. Nandri, vanakkam.
Thank you very much, sir. We now have with us Padma Shri Alok Mehta, Editorial Director, ITV Network. He is a well-known media personality with over 50 years of experience in the field. He is a writer, broadcaster, and political commentator, and has worked with both public and private enterprises. He's also been the President and Secretary General of Editors Guild of India. Sir, I now request you to please share your thoughts with us.
Namaskar, and thank you very much, especially Vice Chancellor Shri Nageshwar Rao ji, because it's a good opportunity to attend a function. At least I should call it a function, because the launching of a courses for awareness. And from Tamil Nadu, Professor Kathiresan is here, Professor Selvam is here, and real open university. What we feel like we belong to, especially myself and Professor Rao from Sandipani. No, Sri Krishna in Sandipani Ashram, I think that there was like an open university of those days. But Sri Krishna went from Mathura to Ujjain. So that's why I feel when we talk about the culture, the Kalidas, you see, Kalidas is also, people say, we will say, or claim that is from Ujjain, but even anybody can claim from Tamil Nadu to Kashmir. They say Kalidas is ours, like a Lord Ram. So that's why I feel to create awareness and Indianness for our society. Certainly, I am for more. I have to talk about the Hindi also, but because we are here with the multi-language people and not only the Tamil, but I think and I wish that this kind of approach of IGNOU, pioneered by Professor Nageshwar Rao and the colleagues, distinguished Mr. Das and all the faculty members, they will try to promote in Indian other languages also. Because I know, I from very beginning, because I started my career in the news agency, which was a multi-language newspaper at the time, Hindustan Samachar. Whatever Mr. Krishnan was also mentioning about the Tamil days, even before freedom struggle, during the freedom struggle also, Free Press Agency, but there was a British-dominated agencies were there. This says, I worked there for 5 years, that's why I really like agency. I worked with the weekly newspaper, I worked with radio, still working with television and the print media. So I feel, and that's why in our Writers Guild also, I was president, as I mentioned, general secretary, but we had Maman Matthewji was also from Malayalam, and Ravi and all, they were very good friend and pioneer in the journalism. In English, he was mostly. But I think, because this is in a Bangla, you see Bangla and Gujarati, in every Indian language, Marathi, Lokman Tilak, when we talk about the Mahatma Gandhi. So they had the multilingual newspapers from freedom struggle days. And that's why now the new era, why this new education policy, because we are talking, and I'm really grateful that they are coming in the languages, because, this new education policy also is an emphasis on the Indian languages. Certainly, we are going, English is already there, and a number of institutes are there, universities are there. But still, if we want to be a superpower, when we want to compete with Chinese and Japanese or British and American, we need more awareness about how in the rural area is still large scope for the media. Delhi and Mumbai is not really, maybe economic capital or the capital of India. But to reach the people, we need more language in the media. Not only the print, but the electronic media is also there, social media is also there. So that's why when you have a good, at the time when we started my career in the 70s, then it was not possible to get such kind of degree. So that's why we have a very professionalism. What Prime Minister Narendra Modi emphasized about the new education policy, Mr. Kasturiranjan was the chairman of the education policy. People think that why we are changing the education policy. And that's why I think a few months back, almost last year, because it was a COVID period, I wrote a book about the new education policy, that Shiksha ki Nav Kranti ka Shankhanad. Because I wanted to emphasize that Hindi people should know that what is the education policy going. Same thing with the journalism. Here also the faculty members also mentioned about and the Vice Chancellor also always talk about the ethics. So from the very beginning, what I think, and maybe because in the faculty, you will get the students, get the information about the code of ethics. Because from the very beginning, like Ajit Bhattacharya or Maman Matthewji or Mr. We worked so much earlier days. And I think long back, around 2001, when I was in England for one special program invited by the government, then I met the Society of Editors there. And they had the code of ethics there. At the time, even in India, Press Council had some ethics, but there was no ethics by professionals. So at the time, I was not very senior in comparison to Kuldeep Nairji and V.G. Varghese and all. So then when I suggested that we should also have in the Editors Guild some code of ethics. So there was a discussion, even the few very senior writers, one or two, they said, no, okay, first, the Birla and Tatas and all, they should accept, who are running the newspapers, they should have some their ethics. I said, at least we can have the self-discipline, what the Prime Minister Narendra Modi today are earlier Atalji, any Prime Minister, I mean, Dr. Radhakrishnan used to say, we can have our own ethics. So we started process of this. I was General Secretary, then I became a President. So we prepared a code of ethics for journalism. Before that, I have also written a book about the Indian journalism, Keep It Clean in English and Hindi. Same time, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was very kind enough. He was the President of India, but he came to IIC India Center to just launch the guild ethics. And it was only for editors. It was not with the audience. So you can imagine it was more professionalism. So we always believe that in the new generation who is coming, they will, because now more challenge, because it's a media boom all over the world. It is very new laws are also coming in government technology. So I feel that this kind of university will help those people who also believe in some ethics. Because when you have a sword, you can't, you have a knife, you can kill also, and you can help also. You can operate as a doctor, but you can also kill someone. Same thing with the media. Nowadays, everybody is talking. One statement goes on television and everybody started crying all over the world. People are condemning or supporting or defaming. So this kind of journalism which we need in Indian journalism, because we can create havoc in the country if you have irresponsible journalism. That's why in the professional courses in the coming years, we need more professionalism, some ethics, not regulation by government, then we call it a censorship. How we can have a self-discipline. That's why in the coming years, in the new education policy, in Hindi also, we need more about the health journalism. We need about the legal journalism. That's why I will request my faculty members in Hindi and Tamil and other languages also, that also keep in mind, promote on these issues. I've been told our expert, Mr. Kathi Dasanji, is expert on agriculture. You will surprise, still in India, there's a need for a good, nowadays print is very limited, but even in the rural area, we need more education on agriculture. It will be a great help when the organic food, when we want to sell or export in Europe or America, they stop it some because we don't have the organic. Yesterday also the Prime Minister Narendra Modi mentioned about it. So I think the organic agriculture, we have to promote through the media too. It's not media just to talk about the politics. Politics, everybody knows better than sitting people living in Delhi, what I feel. Chennai or in Bhopal or Delhi. So I feel that there is a scope for journalism in those areas where people, because people think, okay, this electronic media is there, they want a glamour is there, but same thing with the print also available for a rural area, the farmers, for tribals. I think Mr. Das and our minister is also Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan, belong to Odisha. Now, very soon we will have a president from Odisha, from tribal area. Those tribals area, if you want to control the extremism. Yesterday somebody was talking and today I did the tweet about it, against the people just because of the opposition parties. They say, okay, the new forest law will be very dangerous for it, because they want to provoke Naxalism. Because if you want a development in rural areas and tribal area, I went to Dantewada, you will surprised to know, and that's why the media role is to promote those things. In Dantewada, I have seen 2 years back, everybody got job with the skill development centers. Here we talk unemployment. You need schools, colleges, small newspapers, small local television, local radio stations, local newspapers in different languages, Indian languages. So people will be more aware, then they will not go for gun, either from Jammu Kashmir to Tamil Nadu or any other area. What I feel, the poor area, for rural area, still we need a different media than the American or European, because their problem is different. Our problem, our issues are different. That's why I will also request Vice Chancellor and my friends, other friends from Tamil Nadu and other languages, if they listen to us in English. Recently, not because I'm promoting my book, but just mentioning because there was no book earlier also when I wrote on Indian didn't keep it clean. Indira Malhotra ji, it was in first in Hindi, then he said, no, it should be in English, so people should know. So I translated it and give more details about it. And then same thing, recently, my one book is Power, Fashion, Politics, about the Indian journalism in the last 50 years. In Hindi, it was a Kalam Pe Senapati, but it's detailed. I wrote about how the 50 years, forget about the freedom struggle, in 50 years also, how the editors worked, how the paid news also worked. Now people say, okay, say Modi media and all, but I have seen how newspapers were bought by politicians and political parties or the corporate houses. Earlier also I mentioned about it, how the influence was the Tatas, how the influence was the Birlas. Now we talk about Ambanis and Adanis and all. But I feel that every time somebody will put the money. Murdoch had the monopoly. We don't need Murdoch. That's why the Indian pioneer is there. They're working for this. So I think it should be mixed. मैं हिंदी में भी कुछ कहूँगा वरना लोग कहेंगे कि हिंदी में बात नहीं कर रहे इसलिए and excuse with our friends from Tamil Nadu I think because same thing I will just speak in Hindi too कि हिंदी में इसलिए जरूरत है कि आप देखिए कि 50% लैंग्वेज नागेश्वर राव जी very much involved from मदन मोहन मालवीय जी काशी विश्वविद्यालय इलाहाबाद नेहरूज जिन लोगों ने ट्रेडिशन को बनाया जी हाँ तो इसलिए मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जो उनका काम ऐसा रहा है जो चाहते हैं कि हिंदी और भारतीय भाषा इसलिए हिंदी आई एम नॉट ए फैनेटिक अबाउट हिंदी आई ऑलवेज से दैट्स व्हाई इन माय बुक आल्सो मोहम्मद मैथ्यू जी रोट द फॉरवर्ड बिकॉज आई थॉट दैट हिंदी वाला और माय अदर कलीग वेयर आई वर्ड इन आउटलुक और इन हिंदुस्तान टाइम्स and Times of India they write you say okay you are my colleague but I worked as in Editors Guild with मोहम्मद मैथ्यू जी एंड उसमें मेरा यही कहना है कि मलयालम मनोरमा में या तमिल में गुजराती में कई बार जो सामग्री छपती है वो एक ड्रीम हम लोगों का रहा गे के समय से हम लोग उसको नहीं कर सके लेकिन ओपन यूनिवर्सिटीज को काम को कर सकती है कि जो कम से कम पढ़ाई के माध्यम से भी होगा कि हम अगे ने जो लिखा राजेंद्र माथुर ने जो लिखा मैंने मनोहर श्याम जोशी के साथ काम किया जो टेलीविजन की क्रांति में भी सोप ऑपेरा आज हम देखते हैं वो मनोहर श्याम जोशी के समय का है यदि आप अपने स्टूडेंट्स को उनके लिखे हुए उनके बनाए हुए प्रोग्राम्स को दिखाएंगे बताएंगे तो लोगों को लगेगा कि नहीं ये भी क्वालिटी से टेलीविजन में आज जो इंटरटेनमेंट सो गुड बट हम लोग यदि शुरू हुआ था या बुनियाद जब था तो वो भी अपने आप में बहुत एक और इसी तरह से प्रिंट मीडिया में जैसा मैंने कहा एग्रीकल्चर पर हेल्थ पर बिकॉज आई वॉज द ओनली एडिटर जिसने हेल्थ एडिटर अपॉइंट किया बिकॉज वी वांटेड कि हिंदी में जरूरत है हेल्थ एडिटर की लीगल एडिटर देयर वाज नो कोर्ट के बारे में क्रिएट अवेयरनेस कि आपका कानून क्या है आप किसी महिला को लड़की को गिरफ्तार कब कर सकते हैं तो कानून के बारे में जानकारी यदि हमारा मीडिया नहीं देता वो कहता है कि हम कोर्ट का फैसला लिख देंगे हम या जज उसको लिखेंगे उसको यदि जर्नलिस्ट लिखेगा तो लोगों को एक अवेयरनेस होगी टूरिज्म के कोर्स की बात हो रही थी आप प्रमोट करना चाहते हैं तो जर्नलिज्म में जो नए फील्ड्स हैं मुझे ऐसा लगता है उनमें लोगों को पढ़ाई की रिसर्च की उन किताबों की और चूंकि हम जब कह रहे हैं लाइब्रेरीज की आई वाज आल्सो इन्वॉल्व विद राजा राम मोहन लाइब्रेरी फाउंडेशन उसमें भी मेरा रिक्वेस्ट है और आई नो इन तमिलनाडु देयर वाज अ बिग लाइब्रेरी इट्स ऑलमोस्ट 600 crores they spent for the library but I've been told at the time I don't know professor will correct me then some government just said no यहाँ पर आप secretariat बना देंगे और अस्पताल बना देंगे build so I don't know what happened this but it started it's such a big huge project by government of India it's continuing so that's why we need more libraries also because say I have seen people in Delhi one minister state government minister he said अरे कौन पढ़ता है I said no still people common people will go to library they or even students also they go for digital but book is both we are not competing with each other हम एक दूसरे के साथ प्रतियोगिता नहीं कर रहे हैं आप बुक को लेकर के ट्रेवल भी करते हैं आप डिजिटल पर भी पढ़ सकते हैं आप टेलीविजन के प्रोग्राम देख करके भी अपने को एजुकेट कर सकते हैं लेकिन जब आपको जो रेफरेंस चाहिए इफ यू वांट टू रीड कुलदीप नायर एस निहाल सिंह or Mr. N. Ravi from Mohammed Matthew or some stalwarts the earlier days. And that's why I interviewed those people, recorded them at the time when they were alive. and then in my book also mentioned few things about it. So उन लोगों ने क्या किया, उनकी कुछ किताबें लोगों को पढ़ाएं, because I think कि मीडिया में जैसा प्रैक्टिकल जरूरत होती है, उसी तरह से इस बात की भी जरूरत है कि आप उनको ऐसी पुस्तकें पढ़ने को सजेस्ट करें. खाली कोर्स में थ्योरेटिकल ये ना बताया जाए नियम ये है, वो जैसे कहते हैं रट करके आप पढ़ लेंगे तोता बन जाएंगे. कैसे उसकी क्रिएटिविटी होना है, तो पहले के एडिटर्स में भी और कोई अंतर नहीं है. मैं भी पहले आ रहा था कुछ, उसके बाद दूसरे तरह का फेज आया, इमरजेंसी भी आई, इमरजेंसी के बाद का पीरियड भी आया. उन एडिटर्स ने कैसे प्रेशर को झेला. हम लोग कहते प्रेशर है, हम कहते प्रेशर तो किस समय में नहीं रहेगा. आप जिस एरिया में काम करेंगे, हमने बिहार में काम किया, जब फोल्डर स्कीम छापा तो हमारे पर बड़ा हम हुआ, प्रेस पर भी हमला कर दिया, कहीं कुछ हुआ, सजा 15 साल बाद हुई. बिकॉज एक और बात जर्नलिज्म में जरूरी है जो सिखाना है कि हम हमेशा फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल की बात करते हैं, विद ऑल रेस्पेक्ट और एजुकेशन पीपल, कि भाई हमें उससे सीखना है. मेरा कहना है लोकमान्य तिलक और गांधी से भी आप पूछे, गांधी को पढ़ेंगे, 1929 में गांधी जी ने कहा कि देखो अखबारों पे पूरा भरोसा मत करो. वो पूरा खुद अखबार निकालते थे. ही वाज फाइनल ऑफ द हरिजन इन न्यूज़पेपर, बट गांधी जी सेड डोंट बिलीव ऑल द थिंग्स व्हिच पब्लिश्ड. या जो मैंने आज कहा है कल कुछ हो सकता है मैं उसको बदल दूं. I can change my opinion also after 10 years. So that is the main problem. In independent India, ये जरूरत नहीं है कि रिवॉल्यूशन करो. आप देखिए every day the political people are in the newspaper से सरकार बदलना हमारा आजादी का काम, आजादी में सरकार बदलना है. You create awareness for good voting rights. आप वोट डालें, इश्यूज पर वोट डालें. पुल बनाने यदि नहीं बन रहा है, सड़क यदि खराब है, यदि इस अस्पताल अच्छा नहीं बन रहा है, यदि टीचर्स नहीं है, कोई प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी या कोई प्रधानमंत्री होंगे इस बात को थोड़ी विरोध करेंगे कि आपने कहा कि यहाँ 3000 स्कूलों में टीचर की जरूरत है. वो कहेंगे हाँ जरूरत है, कोशिश करना चाहिए कि उनको टीचर रखे जाए. कोई भी चीफ मिनिस्टर ये नहीं चाहेगा, किसी पार्टी का होगा. बट हम ये भी कहेंगे कि नहीं, ये आलोक मेहता के बाल सफेद है या काले हैं इसलिए आपको गाली देना है या आलोचना करना है, तारीफ करना है कि नहीं ये तो जैसे मेरी जाति का है, मेरी नस्ल का है, मेरे इसके जैसे बाल है, मैं इसकी जैसा चाल है, तब उसको बायस दे से. लेकिन भी आप पॉजिटिव चीजों को लेकर के, जैसा मैंने कहा कि आई हैड रिलेशन विद ऑल दी प्राइम मिनिस्टर एंड प्रेसिडेंट्स जिनके साथ मैंने ट्रेवल भी किया. एंड आई यूज्ड टू क्रिटिसाइज एंड राइट अबाउट देम, बट अबाउट द सम ऑन पॉलिसीज और सम मिसगिविंग इज देयर. कोई प्रेसिडेंट भी है तो वो कहते हैं अच्छा ऐसी चीजें हैं, आप यदि उनको बताएंगे जा करके कि साहब ऐसा तो गड़बड़ है इसलिए हमने लिखा. और इफ यू हैव ए डॉक्यूमेंट, फर्स्ट थिंग इज यू कैन हैव ए मैंने फाइल ए FIR कि नागेश्वर राव जी ने मुझे धमकी दिया कि आप यहाँ नहीं आएंगे तो आपको मैं पिटवा दूंगा वहां पर, बिकॉज हमें अपने प्रोग्राम को सक्सेसफुल बनाना है. आई कैन गो एंड FIR कर दीजिए. तो अब कल ये जवाब देते रहे अदालत में, लेकिन वो सबूत नहीं है. यहाँ सब बैठे वो कहेंगे अरे भाई वो आए थे, उनको गाड़ी भेजी गई, उनको बुलाया गया, कोई धमकाया नहीं गया. तो प्रॉब्लम इन अवर जर्नलिज्म कि आपने हियर से पे करके FIR इज नॉट ए प्रूफ. FIR यदि कोई करता है तो कोई भी थाने में जाकर कंपनी से कंप्लेंट इनिशियली, उसके बाद जब उसके ऊपर कोई सबूत आ जाते हैं, व्हेन यू हैव ए प्रूफ, then you write here, it says there is allegation about the this, there was a misuse, but one should have a document. Nowadays what is happening, if some professor is annoyed, he will write a letter and so many allegations, okay, maybe on Dalit issue or maybe on woman issue, one can just complain and create a havoc in the problem. For even the best universities, they face problem, or maybe in the media house or in the corporate house also happen. So one should be very careful what proof we have. Because defamation law is there, but the problem is defamation law को भी long process है. When you destroy the image of somebody, it creates about his whole life or the institution's life goes. Better आप रखिए, उसका पक्ष भी सुनिए. ये जर्नलिज्म में सिखाने की जरूरत होगी. इसलिए मेरा ऐसा मानना है कि हम इसी जर्नलिज्म को आगे बढ़ाने वाले हैं, लैंग्वेजेस में बढ़ाने वाले हैं. और IGNOU मेरा ख्याल है कि भारत में ही नहीं बल्कि हो सकता है, इस कोर्सेज का मुझे ज़्यादा मालूम नहीं है, लेकिन ऐसे छोटे कंट्रीज भी जो हमारे पड़ोसी हैं, जैसा IMC वगैरह में कुछ हुआ, इस तरह के रेफरेंशियल कोर्स भी हो सकते हैं, जिससे कि मॉरिशस हैं या अफ्रीकन कंट्रीज हैं, घाना है कि बुर्किना फासो हैं, छोटे छोटे कंट्रीज पर अब पहले भी कुछ ध्यान दिया गया था, मैं उन कंट्रीज पर ट्रेवल भी किया हूँ. तो मेरा ऐसा मानना है कि दे आल्सो लुक ऑफ इंडिया की तरफ देख रहे हैं. पहले लोग अमेरिका या ब्रिटेन ही पढ़ने के लिए जाना चाहते थे, आज ये गुंजाइश है कि इंडिया उनको, चूंकि हमारी प्रॉब्लम आज भी सेम है, हमारी लाइफ आज भी सेम है, जो काफी से सिमिलर है, यूरोप और अमेरिका की तरह नहीं। हमारी जो समस्याएं हैं वो एशियन कंट्रीज, अफ्रीकन कंट्रीज, लैटिन अमेरिकी कंट्रीज से, अर्जेंटीना से। सो IGNOU is not pioneer only for Indian people, but maybe because what our Professor Katiratan said, that now in other countries also there are Tamil people. Why not we can promote, because they also have some local publications, some material to promote about ideas or the ethics, and the same thing about the India. So when we can have some good people there, if somebody want to do some diploma course from here, they can also join. So I think it's a vast scope for India and especially for IGNOU. And that's why I'm speaking from here. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आने वाले समय में हमारे गांव की पत्रकारिता, जिला स्तर के अखबार, US Today, you will surprise, in 1987, New York Times and Washington Post was the dominated all over in there at the time, in the economic newspaper, but Wall Street Journal. But what happened? US Today started. I went to US Today office also, the site. 64 editions simultaneously started. That's why when we see the IGNOU, Mr. Ramarao, he started here the Telugu newspaper in multi editions at district level. So मेरा ऐसा आज भी मानना है कि Hindi and Tamil and Telugu and Kannada, everywhere, there will be a large scope for the district newspapers. For the rural areas, newspapers means media, everyone can have it. And it's not necessary, even for government of India also, I'm pleading all the time. Why you just see and give on the circulation, of the basis of the circulation to advertisement. That's why even for the universities also, I will request to give more emphasis on the local newspapers or the local media who can give some idea which vocational courses students can join. Even the media students can also help about it. कि भाई वो बताए कि हमको इस फैकल्टी में वोकेशनल, जैसा मैंने कहा, स्किल डेवलपमेंट पर जोर है, तो आप किस एरिया में अच्छी पढ़ाई करके आप बन सकते हैं. या यू विल सरप्राइज, दिल्ली जैसे शहर में लोगों को, कई लोगों को समझ में आता है अच्छा कहाँ पर IGNOU है, अच्छा वहां से कुछ हो सकता है. मैं नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि नहीं जानकारी हो, लेकिन उसको आप इस पर डिपेंड नहीं करिए कि मोबाइल जो काम करने वाले लोग हैं, मजदूर जिसको कह सकते हैं आप, उनके परिवार के लोग घरों में काम करते हैं, कोई रिक्शा चलाता है, कोई गाड़ी चलाता है, यदि उसको ये पता हो कि मेरे बच्चे को इस चीज में पढ़ाई करके मुझे इस तरह की डिग्री मिल सकती है, इससे वो खुद अपना काम कर सकते हैं. नॉट द बाबूज. एक बड़ा पॉइंट है मीडिया में जिसको प्रमोट करने की जरूरत है. सरकारी नौकरियां, अंग्रेज चले गए, बिकॉज द ब्रिटिश टाइम एवरीबडी वांटेड जॉब बिकॉज देयर वाज नो जॉब. पीपल थिंक भाई अब क्या करें नौकरी, दे वर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन. नाउडेज हम ये कह रहे हैं भाई हर आदमी अपना भी तो कुछ काम कर सकता है. ब्रिटेन में, अमेरिका में, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में कोई सरकारी नौकरी में सब काम नहीं करते, बट अवर मीडिया इज ऑल्सो पार्ट. वो हमेशा उसी चीज पर इतना अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट है. Just one more example I will give, and I will not finish by it. About this, I told even to the Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, also in an informal meeting, not in a, but I have written about it. Just check skilled people, if they also get some education. हमारे यहाँ if electrician come, Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, he get 500 rupees average for one service. You say, okay, this fan, we want something, some bulb we have to change, there is some electricity problem is there, 500 rupees. And it was told by one electrician himself 2 years back when the COVID was going on. I said, अपने गाँव नहीं गए, you are not going to your village. उसने कहा मैं क्यों जाऊँगा, मैं 4 घर में काम करता हूँ, I go in a 4 houses and I am earning 2,000 rupees. Average 50-60,000 rupees without any tax is getting. Plumbers, number of other work which they can do, and they are doing millions and millions of people. That's why I request the Prime Minister also, why Niti Aayog is not, Niti Aayog or Planning Commission or any state government not doing survey. Because when you go for population, nowadays people are talking new, after the new population, they will just calculate. The format is there. अब format में क्या लिखा है, आपका नाम, पिता का नाम, व्यवसाय, नौकरी करते हैं, व्यवसाय करते हैं. वो नौकरी भी नहीं करता है, न बिजनेस करता है. There is no column कि भाई तुम अपना करके करते क्या हो. वो यू कहेगा मैं गड्ढा खोदता हूँ तो 500 रुपया इफ इज अर्निंग 500 रुपीज एटलीस्ट विल से कि मैं गड्ढा खोद के 500 रुपया मिलता है. एवरेज इनकम विल बी 50,000 rupees if every day you get 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees. So इस पर कोई सर्वे स्टडी नहीं है. Maybe some media institute can also do such survey to give more confidence. I'm not supporting any government. Credit will go to state government also. ऐसा नहीं है कि हम कह रहे हैं कि मोदी सरकार की तारीफ होगी. बेटर है कि हम लोगों को अवेयर करें. कॉन्फिडेंस, सेल्फ रिलायंस एंड सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस इज द मोटो फॉर मीडिया, फॉर एनी पीपल हु वांट्स टू वर्क इन लास्ट. If you want to work in journalism, in mass communication, especially in the journalism, mass communication, one can be a PRO also in corporate world and can do something else, or you can have your own media house. But if you want to work as a journalist, if you think like a soldier, जिसको कोई सिक्योरिटी नहीं होती है, आप ट्राइबल एरिया में आप यदि लिखेंगे तो हमला भी हो सकता है नक्सल्स का. आप किसी ऐसे एरिया में भ्रष्टाचार को करते हैं तो उस पर हो सकता है. तो यू डोंट नीड एनी सिक्योरिटी. आपको उसके लिए तैयार रहना है और 24 घंटे ही इस पे डूबे रहना है. डॉक्टर का कोई टाइम नहीं होता 18 घंटे, और इसी तरह से सैनिक का जो कारगिल में बैठा है उसका कोई टाइम नहीं होता. सो बेहतर है इफ समबडी वांट्स टू कम फुल टाइम इन जर्नलिज्म, ही शुड बी रेडी टू थिंक 24 आवर्स फॉर द सोसाइटी, फॉर जर्नलिज्म. आई थिंक मेरा ख्याल ये काफ़ी है. मैं हिंदी में कम बोला हूँ, लेकिन इसलिए कि हमारे तमिल के भाई जो हैं उनको लगे नहीं कि हम हिंदी के लोग फैनेटिक हैं. हम लोग चाहते हैं कि वो भी हम लोगों में भी, बल्कि ये भी एक पूल का काम करेगा इग्नू, जहाँ एक लैंग्वेज से 2 से शुरू हुआ है, 3 से होगा. सब भारतीय भाषाओं में अधिक से अधिक लोग और उनके पूल बने, जो हिंदी की खबर तमिल में छपे, तमिल की खबर मलयालम की खबर दूसरे जगह छपे, जो स्टेट्स का जो जरूर रिप्रेजेंट होना चाहिए. क्योंकि हैं हम सब लोग एक ही, और संस्कृत, इसलिए मैंने कालिदास का जिक्र किया. When I was a student in university, Venkat was there, this Sanskrit, so I learned Sanskrit from him. So even from Tamil Nadu, he came to Jain, Venkachalam. So and for Kalidas, he used to teach Kalidas. भाई आपको भाषण देना है, हम लोगों ने बोलना उनसे सीखा. The Sanskrit was the linked language at the time also. So sometimes English and the Sanskrit and the languages also, so many words. We feel proud when we go to Tirupati or other mandir in Tamil Nadu. People from North India feel happy. Same thing. The South Indian people come to Jammu and Vaishno Devi or some other part in Gujarat, Somnath and Dwarka or Kedarnath. सबको अच्छा लगता है. So I am very thankful again and hope and wish a great success of this courses for mass communication and journalism. And I am again thankful to all colleagues and distinguished guests. Thank you very much. Sorry, I hope I'm not very good.
माननीय आलोक मेहता जी का कहना था कि यह अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तरीय प्रोग्राम ओडीएल और ऑनलाइन दोनों में लॉन्च हो रहा है आज के दिन में. और ऑनलाइन का मतलब है कि नेशनल इंटरनेशनल दोनों स्टूडेंट इसमें एनरोल हो सकते हैं, एडमिशन ले सकते हैं. जी.
Thank you very much, sir. You've given us some very doable ideas. We're delighted now to have with us Professor M. Selvam, VC, Bharatidasan University, Tiruchirappalli, Tamil Nadu. Professor Selvam has 36 years of rich teaching experience and has headed the Department of International Business and Commerce in Alagappa University and has also been its Senate member. He has also been the accreditation ambassador under the UGC's Paramarsh scheme. Professor Selvam.
Good afternoon. Most revered Vice Chancellor of IGNOU, Sri Professor Nageshwar Rao ji, most revered Padma Shri elect Mehta, most revered the Chancellor, all the invited guest speakers, revered faculty members of this great university. I am so pleased to be part of this grand launching of a program in ME Journalism and Mass Communication in English and Tamil. English already there in Tamil. As well as English. Okay, fine. It's a great day for you, for me too. I think I am getting a national recognition perhaps. Of course, I got a national loan scholarship in 1973 onwards, then UGC fellowship. I am also an alumnus of IGNOU, that I have to proudly say, because I did my MBA in 1992. And of course, you have referred that UGC is that ambassador kind of work. So these are certain national recognition. I'm so proud of. I'm recollecting, I'm not counting, putting my things. Apart from that, Selvam was known to this world because I wrote for about 10 years, that is between 1986 to 1996, in the Hindu business line, the Economic Times, the Financial Express, Indian Express. That was what. But after that, I wrote for the distance education program of Azhappa University, Annamalai University, even IGNOU, Kota Open University, Bharadas University. I wrote many course materials. So that next 10 years like that. Next 10 years, I wrote only for Azhappa University. That is its accreditation, it is IQAC. And fortunately, we got Professor Nageshwar Raoji as the accreditation committee chairperson, and whose leadership the university was ranked A+. Today, that is equal to A++ 3.64 grade. At that time, among the general class of universities, that rate was the highest. That is 3 points. There are two other universities, but one is language university, other is sports university, but the general class of university that way. So that is how my association with Professor Nageshwar Raoji got blossomed, and today is taking its height perhaps. That way, I place on record my respects to Vice Chancellor and all of you for having brought me here. And coming to this journalism and process, spoken very well. I look at this Padma Shri. I was thinking of, is there any preceding word for Shri? But I am finding a preceding word for Padma as the preceding for Shri, and of course Padma Bhushan. And incidentally, I had to recollect at this time, the founder of Azhappa University, known as Azhappa Chettiar, he lived only for 48 years, exactly 48 years. And during that time, he brought Central Electrochemical Research Institute to Karaikudi. Panditji announced this many acres of land at this much rupees. Instantly he came here and gave it and got it. So that's a renowned personality, that is Azhappa Chettiar. So I recollect all those situations right now. And coming to journalism, since I have very great respect for journalism, and I thought of, you have to be, you are of course truthful. That's very, very important as was. You can damage anybody. Media can damage anybody just like that. So just like throwing a stone on glass structure, you have to be timely, very, very timely today, talented, triumphant, transcendental, tactful, transformative. We can go on a couple of a dozen kind of things we can add on like that. So such a great kind of work. And this work must be done very ably by learned people, and this MA Mass Communication and Journalism program definitely would achieve these things. And coming to Bharati Dasan University, you must be knowing Bharati, Mahakavi Subramanya Bharati, a national poet. He knew, he lived only for 32 years. He knew 32 languages, including 3 foreign languages. And one of the speakers very excellently put forth what Mahagavi Bharati Sundar as such. Another Tamil poet of his time by parental, birth name as Kanaka Subburadinam, made his name as Bharati Dasan as Dasa of Mahagavi Bharati. That's why it is Bharati Dasan. So at the same time, 2 universities were floated in Tamil Nadu, one in the name of Bharati and another in the name of Bharati Dasan. So that's how the 2 universities. So it happened to be, divine wish that I am holding the position of Vice Chancellor in this Bharati Dasan University. Coming to Tamil language, you might have, some of you might have heard, it is one of the oldest languages, the richest language, especially for its the grammatical part. For everything, for every sound, every letter, there is a grammatical component in that. And it has been, we all know that Saint Agastya. So Agastya is said to be the first ever teacher of this Tamil language. Agastya, you know that he could contain all the 7 seas in his Kamandal. He could see that Vindhyagiri is not growing at all, he put it down. And he was considered as equal to Lord Shiva because when Parvati Shiva marriage was happening at Himalayas, the whole world tilted. And Lord asked this great Rishi, Agastya, please go to Podihi Hills, that is near Trinelveli area, from where Professor Harut Selvan is coming. You please go there and balance this boat. He did it. So such a great scientist, you all know that at just time. So he was giving this, the first grammar for Tamil language. Later, his own student by name Tolhapir did it. Tolhapir's exponent, the version was considered as superior to Agastya. Agastya himself accepted, you are the great student, you excelled me, your teacher. So that's a kind of thing. The teaching profession must be happy if it could produce more students who outsmart their teachers. So that way. So that is the greatness of this language. You must be knowing in our currency notes, 18 languages are written. And Bharati used to say, Subramania Bharati used to say, Bharat Mata speaks 18 languages, but her mind, heart, soul is just one. So Seppumari Padinatudayal, Endalam Sindai Undudayal. Sindai means the heart, the mind, the brain. So this is what Prime Minister Ji would used to tell. Our Governor Ji right now used to tell, that is, the languages are not differentiating the culture, but they are unifying in a way. So therefore, this is what Mahagavi Bharati and Bharati Dasan stood for, making the land superior in terms of literature. And I'm happy IGNOU is launching this great program, that is MA Journalism and Mass Communication. So this Idhariyal மற்றும் வெகுஜன தொடர்பியல். It's a great translation. If there is any possibility of enhancing this translation, you must try, because Janam, people understand Janam means Makkal. In Tamil, this equivalent term is Makkal. Therefore, if you think it would be nice, we can do it later. We can just give a thought over that. So that's what I kind of think. As he was referring to today, is mass communication is more of e-communication, e-journal, e-versions. So if such components are there, it can think of incorporating, definitely it would be there. Because in certain colleges and universities, they offer what is called as e-version, a communication system and with a lot of e-content. So that e-content version is taking the world by storm. Therefore, if there is a possible visual communication, that's what happened. So visual communication, they make it as a very great component of this thing, whether that could be accommodated, perhaps you can think of, if it is already not there. Then in the new education policy, new education policy, you must know that. So that is 5 years ago, between 2015 to 20, a policy was there that was called the new education policy. In that new education policy, all what NAC has been propagating as outcome-based education, graduate attributes, everything was we followed it in the letter and spirit. That's why Professor was kind enough to give us that time. So now this policy from 20 onwards, we call it as the national education policy built over that. Certain components are more on the organization side. But the earlier version, new education policy component is there. Therefore, we are happy that we could achieve this thing. And in this particularly, Prime Minister has been placing importance on making language, languages, every field of learning must be in their people's own language, mother tongue, and that way promoting a program like this in Tamil and other regional languages to follow is very kind-heartedness, great-heartedness of IGNOU. So I congratulate and appreciate the important role taken by IGNOU in this regard. I wish this kind of program will be launched in other programs as well. With these words, I wish the program a grand success. If time permits, I may also join as a student in this program. I'm happy to learn. With this, I once again thank Vice Chancellor Ji and all your team for having invited me to this great function. Thank you.
We're grateful to all the stalwarts who have graced this occasion as our guests of honor and blessed us with your wisdom. And I now request our Honorable Vice Chancellor of IGNOU, Professor Nageshwar Rao, to please deliver the presidential address. Professor Rao, please.
Good morning to all of you. It's a great moment for me to be present on a day when the university is launching a postgraduate program in a regional language, that to open and distance learning as well as online. And that too, when we look at the basics of national education policy. We have got the translation in Hindi in most of the programs. We have also gone for the programs in Odia, Marathi, and other languages, but that too for the certificate and diploma programs. In case of PG programs, this is the first venture. And the School of Journalism and Mass Communication is to be specifically complemented for such endeavors. It's a great honor for us also that Padma Shri Alok Mehtaji is with us on this system. He spared his valuable time for us. Because initially when the program was being put on virtual mode, we met. And then he said that why it is in virtual mode. Then I specifically said that since you all are busy people and can't spare time, by coming over to IGNOU and going back, more than 2 hours extra will be used for your benign presence. So therefore we put it in that blended mode. I think this was the word they have used it, like a hybrid mode. So depending upon the convenience. And that is again a great fortune for me because I know him since 2007. And in that convocation, when he was conferred the elite from Victoria University, I was the coordinator of that entire convocation program there in my own university. And we could meet in 1 or 2 occasions, but initially I was feeling that such a busy person cannot spare time for us, but he's kind enough to be with us today. The same is with the Vice Chancellor of Andamalai University. He is also very kind to me because we all were together in Varanasi for the last 3 to 4 days. And there I could push him once again that please come and attend the function at any cost, because he had got his meeting with the minister at 1 o'clock. Initially it was 12:30. So then we preponed also this schedule from 11:30 to 11. He is also a great scholar. Then Krishnan, he was here in Varanasi till yesterday morning. He went to his home state, and from there he joined virtually because he said it is not possible for him to leave the headquarters for more than 4 to 5 days. But even then he was kind enough to be present over here. And Salvamji, I do have more authority on him because he's from my own discipline. And till yesterday he was reluctant to join. And then on Saturday he finalized it that yes, I will join physically. So you all came over here to bless us, to inspire us, and to guide us. Because our faculty is very keen to do the things, and they have ventured in almost all the areas wherever they find that this department, this school can contribute significantly. And each one of them, they are having the zeal and enthusiasm to contribute significantly. Only 3 years back, we would launch the MA journalism program. And then we have to clear one batch of ODL, then only we can go for online. Then we have gone for online programs. And when the national education policy has come, and we made a request to all the departments, all the disciplines of the country, please come forward and join in the teaching learning process in the Mathrubhasha. There are translation tools available also, but the effectiveness of those tools, that is not giving us much relief to the schools to translate the material. The Microsoft is there, then Google is there, and AI translation tool of AICT is also there. But in all the cases, the extent of accuracy, for which we have to exert a lot. And that is why, even in Hindi also, because most of our programs, they were developed in English. And later they were translated in Hindi. And it took a lot of time to convert those programs, even in Hindi also. But the School of Journalism, they took it as a mission to have it specifically completed. And Arunji, I think he joined 3 months back, and 3 months back as director. And the very first day he himself has proposed that he would like to go for MA journalism in Tamil. So I said, it's your responsibility because I can't help you in this regard. And I liked his approach also and his enthusiasm also. And he pursued this case vigorously. Whole faculty supported him. Then Hindi also it has come up. And I think this is also the shortest duration in the history of IGNOU also, wherein any program, any PG program, it is converted into the regional language in such a short span of time. That is why, again, the school needs to be complemented, the entire team. So, whatsoever they wanted, they have tried to do it. And they are also the keen learners. They always listen to the experts. What they said in their first meeting, in the second meeting, and whatsoever you say, whatsoever my experts they advised, they all have noted down. And they will continuously see that how those things they are being incorporated in their course structure. This MA journalism is very, very popular because we do have 56 regional centers all over the country and more than 2,000 learner support centers. Every corner of the country, it is being represented by IGNOU. And everywhere this particular program is going on. Regional center Tamil Nadu, because there also we have got 2 specific regional centers, plus around 30 to 40 study centers. And as you have seen that 3 vice chancellors, they came over here. Krishnanji is also physically present because he is very close to me. So, of course, it is virtual present, but whenever we organize any program, he always comes to us. So that their support is always a source of inspiration to many of us. And we see that it will have an international reach also. 20 programs, 40 programs that we have given to Ministry of External Affairs. And they do have e-Vidya Bharati. And they are reaching to 19 African countries. Once they put it, this program also in that basket, especially the regional language, Tamils. So Indian diaspora, who are all over the globe, they can also access this particular program. And that will be a great advantage also, because when I visited this particular Annamalai University also, I have found that so many Indians from Tamil, they are abroad. And they also want that the programs, they should be taught in their own mother tongue. So this is one area this one program which is employment oriented, which has got the skills also. And the people who will complete this program, they can do something either as an entrepreneur or as an employee also. And independently also they can become a media person. So that all sorts of options are available in this particular area. Online, yes, we can do it because online is much cheaper proposition for many of us. Because there also we have given an option that if you cannot use the computers, you can use pen and paper to write the exams. So that flexibility is also given in our online system, that too in the regulations itself by the UGC. So therefore, it is the easiest way, and that to an affordable price. It is not costly also, because we provide counseling support, we provide the study materials also. Even we encourage those people that if they want to have the soft copy of the material, 15% fee concession, that also we are offering. So many advantages we are trying to provide to the learners. Affordability is one of the criteria which the IGNOU has always thought of from the beginning itself. So that is why I must compliment each one of the faculties in the school, also you all, because you always spare time for us. You bless them, you encourage them. And during this period of 4 to 5 years, I do feel that they have gone for good number of programs. There are certain diplomas also. Now they are also going for undergraduate program. They are also going for undergraduate program. So that 10+2 catchment area. So for them also they can contribute significantly. So I must thank you all, and a great beginning you all have done. Compliment you all for such a great initiative. And it is a proud moment for the university as a whole because of the specific contribution which the School of Journalism has made today. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
We will thank you, Mr. Shikhaji. She moderated very well.
I have to also thank the Vice Chancellor for having recently got this. I lost my practice yesterday. Then I did a holy dip in River Ganga.
I now request my colleague, Ms. Padmini Jain, to present a formal vote of thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Rai. It is a great moment of pleasure and really gratitude for the School of Journalism that on this occasion we have the presence of so many learned people and the guidance that all of you have given us. And this has been really possible with the able guidance and support of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Nageshwar Rao. Sir doesn't only push, he also offers support and help and guidance and every kind of, on every step, whenever we need something, sir is always there to make us do the thing. And our director, Professor Arul Selvan, he has been instrumental in doing this so quickly and hastily. Sometimes in school meetings, we would say, sir, आप बहुत fast जा रहे हो, इतना कैसे होगा? अरे सब हो जाएगा. तो सर का वो जो attitude है, I think with two able leaders at the helm of affairs and at our school, the team has really been able to do things. It was a lot of sleepless nights and a lot of work. And today at this occasion, I would take this opportunity to thank all of you. Padam Shri Sir Alok Mehta ji is there. और सर आपने बहुत अच्छे से दोनों भाषाओं में और तीसरी भाषा में अरुण सर ने और जो वहाँ के लोकल लर्नर एक्सपर्ट्स हैं उन सब ने भी हमसे बात करी. So it was really nice to listen to all of you and we do take cues and we will try to improve and seek your guidance anywhere and everywhere we need. This was a great occasion that we had 5 Vice Chancellors present for us. और ये बहुत बड़ी बात है कि आप लोग जो अपने फील्ड के विजनरीज हैं, अपने अपने इंस्टीट्यूशंस को आगे लेके जा रहे हैं, वो स्कूल ऑफ जर्नलिज्म को सपोर्ट करने के लिए और ब्लेस करने के लिए आज यहाँ थे प्रोफेसर कथी सरन, प्रोफेसर सेल्वम, प्रोफेसर कृष्णन, प्रोफेसर शर्मा और हमारे प्रोफेसर नागेश्वर राव. सारे वाइस चांसलर को मेरा तहे दिल से धन्यवाद. अपने पूरे स्कूल की टीम की ओर से मैं उन सारे एक्सपर्ट्स को भी थैंक यू करना चाहूंगी जिन्होंने हमारे इस ट्रांसलेटेड वर्जन्स को देखा और बहुत शॉर्ट ड्यूरेशन ऑफ टाइम में हिंदी और तमिल के. ऑफ कोर्स थैंक यू टू माइक्रोसॉफ्ट फॉर लॉन्चिंग दैट ग्रेट सॉफ्टवेयर जिसने हमारा काम कुछ हद तक कम किया और हमें थोड़ा सपोर्ट किया. लेकिन कंप्यूटर तो कंप्यूटर है और सॉफ्टवेयर के पास तो ना वो दिमाग होता है ना ही वो तरीका जो संवेदनशीलता से उस सब्जेक्ट को पढ़ सके. क्योंकि हमारे पास एक बंदिश थी कि इंग्लिश का मटेरियल तैयार है और उसी को ट्रांसलेट करना है, तो उसमें जो लोकल फ्लेवर, जो लोकल एग्जाम्पल्स, जो लोकल बच्चों को हेल्प कर पाए वो तमिल और हिंदी में डालना, वो हमारे उन एक्सपर्ट्स का बहुत बड़ा इसमें हाथ है. सो I take this opportunity to also express my gratitude on behalf of all my faculty and staff to those experts. Thank you to all my faculty members and all the staff, the support staff. यहाँ पे कमलेश जी हैं जो हमेशा सारे कंप्यूटर्स कैमरास को हमारे लिए देखते हैं. द PR डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ द यूनिवर्सिटी, ENPC, COE, who always offer us a software support and also the technological help that we have needed during the launch and also at the moment of the launch. So on behalf of all my school, my director, Professor Deval, Professor Shambhunath ji, Dr. Shikha, Dr. Amit, Dr. Ramesh ji and myself, I thank all the support staff of the school and of the university for making this movement possible today. And I just hope that we'll be able to live up to the expectations that all of you have set for us. Sir ने बहुत high bar raise कर लिया है और हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं वहां तक पहुंचने के लिए with a lot of gratitude and a lot of thank you. मैंने तमिल में और उस से हिंदी वो thank you का word सीखा है, वो भी मैं कह देती हूँ. Mika Nandri. So Mika Nandri, thank you, धन्यवाद.
Profound thanks.
So I seek the blessings of our Vice Chancellors and I seek his permission to declare this program closed.
Yeah.